Hi everyone. I was going to talk to you today about how I manage living alone and living on a budget. I must admit the lights aren't very good. This is my art room and this is where I keep my computer. So living alone on a budget can be challenging, but with the right strategies it can be a breeze. In this video we'll share our top tips and tricks to help you save money, cut costs and still live comfortably on your own. Now I'm talking about maybe elder people like myself, who's been struggling, not so much for the younger ones. In this video we'll share our top tips and tricks to help you save money, cut costs and still live comfortably on your own. From affordable housing options to clever cooking hacks, we've got you covered. Whether you're a student, a young professional or just starting out, this video is perfect for anyone looking to live alone without breaking the bank. Sometimes we have no choice but to live alone. So sit back, relax and get ready to take control of your finances. Join me as I challenge myself to live alone on just about $50 a week and show you how easy it can be to stick to a budget. And really what I get paid, and by the time I pay my rent and food and everything, I'm really lucky to have $50 left. Yeah. So when you're not relying on others to split the bills, you're forced to take control of your finances and make conscious decisions about how you spend your money. One of the biggest challenges people face when trying to manage their finances while living alone is the high rent. I tell you what, the rent in this house takes 3/4 of the money that I get paid. It can be overwhelming to think about paying for an entire place by yourself, but it's not impossible. Another common struggle is dealing with utility bills, from electricity to water, internet. These costs can add up quickly if you're not careful. Now the way I do it is that I don't burn lights for the sake of it, and I don't burn have the AC on for the sake of it. If I can manage, like we've been having between 30 and 40 degree heat in the last few days, I don't run the AC. I just have the fan. Must admit that Melbourne is a little bit cooler than the other states in Australia, but I manage on the fan. And so it cuts my costs down, and Mum's not around now, so before I used to have the heater running because she was cold. I used to have using the gas. I was cooking all the time. Now when I'm alone, I don't have to cook those 3 times meals a day and all that sort of thing. I eat once a day, and that's at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And because I've got an Indian background, we can live on rice and lentils 5 days a week, and you can it's quite affordable. We eat a lot of vegetables. We don't eat much meat, so well, I don't eat much meat. In fact, I don't eat any meat at all. But vegetables, I grow my own. Potatoes, if I run out, I just go in the garden and dig some up. So there's lots of ways that you can, budget there. Another common struggle is dealing with utility bills. Let's not forget about food and transportation. These expenses can be difficult to navigate when you're on a tight budget. When you're living alone, it can be tempting to treat yourself to dinner out or a new video game. I don't play games, so doesn't matter. But there's a lot of people that spend money on video games. Treating myself to dinner. I don't know when the last time I went out for dinner. Years maybe. And I have no inclination to go, you know. So, and even if you're doing your best to be frugal, unexpected expenses like car repairs or medical bills can throw a wrench in your plans. Now, having a car here, basically the car is your legs. You have to have a car, otherwise everything's too far. You want to go to the city, it's like an hour and a half to 2 hours to get to the city. Not that I like to go there anyway. So yeah, we've got to, you know, our registration that has to be paid and everything, and it's quite expensive. But despite these challenges, living alone on a budget can be incredibly empowering. When you're in control of your finances, you're able to make conscious decisions about how you spend your money, and you're more likely to prioritize your needs over your wants. So how can you make a living alone on a budget a reality? Well, it all starts with tracking your expenses, writing down, and I'm sure you all know all this anyway. Write down every single purchase you make, no matter how small, in a budgeting app, or, you know, like on Word or spreadsheet or whatever you use. This will give you a clear picture of where your money is going and help you identify areas where you can cut back. Next, prioritize your needs over your wants. I don't have any wants, and really I don't have any needs. And to be honest with yourselves, do you really need that daily latte, or can you make, you know, do with the coffee at home instead? I don't drink coffee, but think about it, you know. Discounts, like when I go shopping for food, I look at what specials there are, and I pick those up, and even if I don't need them, if it's on a special, I'll take it and I'll put it in a pantry, because you just never know, you know. Like if you're you know, if you're creative or anything like that, you know, buy second-hand stuff. You don't have to buy new stuff. You know, instead of buying a new piece of furniture, try repurposing an old item or shopping at a thrift shop. I do it all the time. You know, I personally know how difficult it can be to stick to a budget, but I also know the benefits firsthand. It's not easy, but it was worth it. The feeling of, you know, I paid all my bills. I don't owe anybody any money. I refuse to take loans. I refuse to use a credit card. So these are little things that, you know, if you've got the money and you feel that you need it, buy it. If not, stay without. If you don't have the money, stay without. Means that God doesn't want you to have it anyway. So, it's simple. I was able to achieve this by creating a budget and sticking to it, cutting back on unnecessary expenses and finding ways to increase my income. And how did I increase my income? Do you know what I make? I make toadstools. And I'll put some pictures up for you all to see. I make them in my shed, and I do the markets. Once a month I do a market, and I do very well. People love it. They're about 11 inches high. I sculpt them with cement. I paint them. I put a varnish over them so they look really, really nice. I'll put a few pictures up so you can have a look. That's where my extra money comes from. Yes, it's a hassle getting up early in the morning, going to the market, setting up, packing your car, repacking it, all that sort of stuff. But honestly, it keeps the flow going in the house. So it's not about depriving yourself of things that you love, but about making conscious decisions about how you spend your money. And when you do finally reach your financial goals, you'll be amazed at how empowered and in control you feel. So in conclusion, living alone on a budget requires discipline and dedication, but it's worth it in the end. By tracking your expenses, prioritizing your needs, finding deals, and staying organized, you can create a budget plan that actually works for you. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to leave a comment below sharing your own budgeting tips and tricks. And if you want to learn more about money saving hacks, be sure to check out my next video. I'll be putting on, it may not be fully about money, but my next video I'm going to be talking about the practical safety tips for women living alone, because I've had to deal with that. I've had to you know, to be on the safe side, because it's pretty hard living alone. So yeah, I'm lucky. I've got two awesome neighbors. Next door is, I think she's about 86 years old, but she lives with, her son is there, and my other neighbors have got two sons, and they keep an eye. So yeah, we'll talk about the safety tips, you know, for women living alone. That's what my site is called, A Woman Alone, and loving it. Thank you, take care, love you guys, bye. Actually, I forgot to mention one thing before I let you guys go. That's one of the reasons why I sit and do these videos to put up on YouTube, because my hands making these toadstools, trying to sell, trying to get money, my hands are wrecked. So by doing these YouTube videos where everyone is talking about that YouTube is actually concentrating on smaller creators, I thought, why not? Why not start my own channel and start to build it? Everyone else is doing it, why can't we? And that's the reason why I sell my art. I make my toadstools. It takes a lot of my time, but I'm making and forcing myself to take this time to put up a video. I've given myself 30 days with this challenge that Yona, which is this other girl, has been encouraging us to do. And I started yesterday. So I'm going to see, I'm going to give it 30 days and see where we go from there. How many subscribers will I get? Will I be monetized? I don't know. But I'll give it my best shot. I'm that type of person. And I think you all should too. You know, if you're struggling, do it. You know. Alright, talk to you soon. Ciao, ciao.